Good morning, word nerds. Welcome to a weird hair day. Very weird hair day. Anyway, good morning. My name is Christine. Hey, Smartphone. My name is Christine. I am a member of the Prairie Girls, and each and every weekday morning I bring you a new and amazing word of the day for you to add to your vocabulary so that you can sound SMARTICLES. Oh, hello. I am just not with it today. I'm having a really hard time focusing. Good morning, John. So let's just get straight to the word, shall we? Today, good morning, Frankie. How are you, my sweet thing? All right, so today's word of the day. It's a short one, but it's a funny one. It's plonk. Oh, thank you. I'm having a bad hair day. This is what happens when it rains in the Silicon Valley. I just don't even bother doing it because it's just going to get like this by the end of the day anyway. Anyway, today's word of the day is plonk. Plonk. Now, if for anyone who used to watch Batman way back when it was still back when Batman was still like a sitcom Saturday morning kind of thing, anytime that there was a fight between Batman and Robin and the bad guys, words, like every time someone would punch somebody, a big word would come up across the screen. I'm pretty sure plonk was one of those words. Did I stick my finger in a light socket? No. God flushed the toilet on my head. God gave me a swirly. All right, I'm going with that one. It's raining. God gave me a swirly. This is what happens. So plonk is today's word of the day. It is a British word meaning inferior or cheap wine. That's what plonk means. So it's not when Robin socks the penguin in the chin. That's not what a plonk is. A plonk is a cheap or inferior wine. So that is the literal, for those of you who like to use the word literally, that is the literal meaning of the word. It's a British word, and it means... I'm going to start wearing hats, you guys, if you're going to focus on my hair so much. Plonk. Let's talk about plonk. Plonk is the word of the day. So my hair is being plonk, except that my hair is not wine. It's a cheap or inferior wine is what a plonk is. So more recently, when we talk about wine, we have a tendency to relate men of a certain generation to wines. You know, I've heard it said that men age like wine and women age like milk. I'm going to let the second half of that statement kind of just settle, and I'm not going to talk about it. But the first half of that would be Sean Connery is who I think of when I think of a man who has aged well like wine, right? With age, he just gets finer and finer and finer and more finer. Ooh, I'm going to have to look that one up and double check myself. See, I told you I'm not with it today. So yeah, that's a plonk would be the opposite of a Sean Connery. So someone who grew up, who aged and matured, but didn't age like a fine wine, kind of went the opposite direction and became kind of not as attractive as they were when they were younger. That would be a plonk. To take the wine and turn it into a metaphor about people. So, that's one way that you could use plonk. Another way that you could use plonk is if you don't like the taste of wine, you could just say that all wine tastes like plonk to you. I happen to really enjoy wine. I haven't been wine tasting in quite some time, but when I do go wine tasting, I prefer the light stuff. I like the Merlots. I like the Pinot Noirs. Although some people think that Pinot Noir is really dark. I think it's kind of light and earthy. Cabernet Sauvignon. Really deep, right? Not my favorite wine. But I've had some good ones. I've also had some that I would consider a plonk. I've also had some Chardonnays that I would consider a plonk. And I love Chardonnay. That's like one of my favorites. Gewürztraminer. I love Gewürztraminer. Pinot Gris, Pinot Grigio, some Sauvignon Blancs. You know, they're fine wines. They're good wines. But every once in a while, you open up a bottle, you pour a glass, and you taste it, and you're just like, bleh. That's a plonk. And don't ask me to do that again, because I don't think I could even if I wanted to. So that's what a plonk is. So for my Prairie Girls who are watching Word of the Day, have some fun with this word. Find something else that you could use, cheap or inferior wine, and not wine with an H, because it's not that kind of wine. It's a wine. It's actually a wine that you drink. But find something maybe in your world that hasn't aged or hasn't matured the way that you had hoped it would. And so now, like, if you have a car that's kind of considered a beater, maybe we could consider that a plonk, right? Instead of a, whatever they call them. I didn't even know what we call broken down old cars now other than trade-in. So yeah, but there's ways we could play with this one. So I'm going to leave it up to my specialty team, the creative writers on Perry Girls, to find some fun way to use the word plonk. But literally, plonk is a British word meaning cheap or inferior wine. So have fun with that. Use it, don't abuse it. Be good to yourselves, be good to one another. And I'll see you back here tomorrow morning for another edition of Word of the Day on Thursday. So have a great Wednesday. And my hair has not matured. Nope, I got plonk hair. I got plonk hair today, you guys. All right, I'll see you tomorrow. Bye now. It's inferior.